How we doing? How we doing? Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Man, you take a day off and it feels like forever. I didn't do a show yesterday. I slept in yesterday. Felt good. Went to the jump park or the little trampoline park for a 6-year-old birthday party.
Yeah. Let's
That was
go,
great.
baby.
I'll tell you what, you know who can jump pretty well? My little Scotty girl. I was
Yeah.
impressed. Her
Yeah.
and Phoenix both out there just getting it.
Got it, dude. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. I know we
Fall
got to
down. Did they whine? No, they got right back up.
rub some dirt on it.
Uh-huh.
We love
Phoenix
that, dude.
running off this like platform to like she's like, look at me, look at me. Went to go jump off this platform, and it was like a good 2-foot drop,
Yeah.
which is like she's only about 2 feet tall. So it's pretty far for her. As she jumped, she hit the edge on her way down and then like flipped face forward.
All right.
And landed on the
money's worth.
And I was like, ooh. And then she
yeah.
pops up, looks at me. I go, good job. Let's do it again. She's like, okay.
That's what you got to do, man. Yeah, they look at you for confirmation on whether they should be hurt or not, and that's what I tell SD, my parents, and anybody, man. I'm like, look, when they fall down and they look at you and they ain't crying already, you all right? Rub some dirt on it, man. But as soon as you're like, oh no, then the whole world has ended, man. It's a tragedy then.
Oh yeah. I made sure I was just like, come on, let's go. And she got right back up and did it. So
ready to go, dude.
Yeah, it was a party yesterday, man. It was a party.
Man.
But yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing this morning, Craig?
I'm good, man. Good. We had a big day yesterday too. We went up with me and SD and the boys, went up with Nana and Poppy up to Fall Creek Falls State Park. Went and nice place up there, man. We went up there and to the big pool and everything, and we were I was out there on the diving board. I was telling you before we came on here, I got to remember that I am not as good as I once was. And all those years of showing up at the ball game, 5-10 minutes before, don't even need to warm up, just ready to go. I got to remember that I can't do that no more, man. We might need to stretch a little bit, shake the kinks out and all that. I'm up there doing front flips and everything else off this diving board. And, buddy, I am feeling it in my lower back this morning.
I bet you are.
Yeah, man, it's funny you talk about the kids falling or whatever, because it's kind of the same thing off the diving board. The kids see dad doing flips and dives and stuff. They want to try to do that. They just ain't quite there yet and enough practice. So usually, whether it be a flip or a dive, usually winds up being a pretty nasty belly flop.
Mm-hmm.
And you just stand back and you see them hit and you're like, and they come over and they're like, oh, dad. I'm like, oh, you're good, man. Nobody hurt. We're good to go. When I'm sitting there thinking, God almighty, I know that was rough.
Yeah. What up, Chicken Wad? Good morning. RJ Rose, good morning. Deja. I think
we'll go Deja.
Good morning, Deja.
Good morning.
I can't read, so don't take any offense if I pronounce your name wrong. I'm terrible at reading. Unless you're named after a drug, like a pharmaceutical medication, then I can't get your name right.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty bad at that on the whatnot too. The names will go bleeding together. I had one last time. Somebody bought a spot or something, and it was spelled Gabem. I'm sitting there and I'm like, we'll go with Gabim. And I hear SD from the other room say, I think that's Gabe. And I was like, it is Gabe. And I called a dude the other day. I called him Toldu Dave. And then I was packing up the packages and I was like, oh shit, I think that's Toledo Dave. Learn to read, Cricket.
What up? It's hard when you got so much stuff going on. What up, Pop Outs? What up, Ornery? How we doing? No Skins in the house. How you guys doing? Rage is here. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Guess who else is here? Ghost.
How we doing?
Good morning, fellas.
How you doing,
early.
sir?
It's early. I know you know it's early. Well, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Still been crushing it, sir. Winning all them baseball bets.
Went 1-1 yesterday. I probably should have passed. I hit my first game yesterday, but pretty good with ease with an under. in that I'm trying to remember which game it was. It was the not the Pirates game. It was the Royals and Tigers hit the under in that one pretty easily. But I probably should have stayed away from the Indians and Rays. And geez, the CFL killed me yesterday. I hit the day before. Yesterday it killed me. So
go ahead.
And unfortunately, the WNBA is on their All-Star break, so I can't wager on them.
They have All-Stars in that?
Yeah.
Holy cow. I bet that would make your eyes bleed watching that shit.
Yeah. So since I got back into the WNBA, I'm on a 13-4 run on that. So
hey man, everybody's money's green.
That's right. That's the way I look at it. So, but getting prepared for the upcoming football season. And August 29th is the first weekend of college football.
I am excited. I will have the boys back home and all that for them. I was talking to Grass the other day. We'll do a little, we'll try to work something out maybe this week where we can all three get in there together and just kind of brainstorm on that a little bit and see if we can figure out best day, best times and all that stuff for that. We know what day it's going to be, but best times and all that stuff for everybody.
Yeah. That'll work.
All right.
Yeah, I've been so pumped for the NFL to start, and now I'm not really as excited because NFL starts Wednesday, September 9th, Tuesday, September 8th.
Is that the one that's in Australia?
No. That's the Seahawks versus Patriots. Australia is on Thursday, the following day. But Tuesday, September 8th, my little man starts school for the first time.
Oh
man.
I've been dreading this day. I'm excited, but I'm a little torn up inside, growing up.
You'd be all right.
I know.
Yeah.
Took the day off work and everything, so I could go there with him.
You always think the kids are the ones that's going to have a tough time going that first day of school there, not wanting to get away from the parents and everything. A little different environment. And it's usually the parents that have the hard time letting go.
Me. It's definitely me. It's not even my wife. My wife's excited. And I'm like, I'm excited too, but I'm like, I've been dreading this,
It's the worst when
it's the next stage, dude. He's been here. He's been home.
Yeah.
Now
you drop them off, man, and they don't even really care to say bye to you, man. They give you a little side hug or something. They're off to the toys to play with a buddy or something. It's like you never existed, man.
Yeah, exactly. You never existed.
Ornery says, do like Forrest Gump and wait right there till he gets back. Unfortunately, I have 3 other little ones that I have to I got to hang out with Cal. He's not going to have his buddy.
Yeah, well, he's probably more upset than anybody.
He doesn't know yet.
He doesn't even know yet. Okay.
Well, he knows Ace is going to school, but he doesn't. It's not registering what that means.
He doesn't realize that that means Ace ain't going to be there every day, man.
Yeah, he's going to have to hang out with those 2 little sisters.
Oh, that should be exciting. Well, he'll be the man of the house then.
Oh, I got a Cal story for you yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Dude was on one. They didn't take naps because the thing started at 2. But it was a day that they needed a nap. I'm like, God. So we're there, and he's running around. And it was all sorts of emotions for him yesterday. His cousin got there. Pi is what they call her. And when he saw her, she came up behind him. And he turns around and he goes, Pi, gives her a big old hug. And then he goes, hi, I'm Callahan. And then he starts explaining what he's doing. And I'm like, she knows who you are, idiot. Like, what?
Hi, I'm Callahan.
After he hugged her.
He just wants to make sure, he got the hug. He just wanted to make sure she remembered and all.
Yeah. So then they're all jumping around out there. Then all of a sudden I hear him screaming. He's walking over to me. I pick him up. I go, what's wrong? Because I hurt my back. I go, on what? Owie, I hurt my. And I'm like, oh my God. So I take him to his mom. She does mom things or whatever and has him calm down. Yeah. And then he's back out there running around and whatnot. I'm like, okay. Well, we're at this there's this big old jungle gym pit thing that the kids can go in, and there's a bunch of different things you can play with. And at the top's a slide, you come down, but on the outside there's a little kiddie area and this ball pit. And Cal was playing in the ball pit because he kept going in and out, going to this ball pit. Well, I walked away because my brother-in-law and some other people at our party were there, so I was just walking around checking on things. And as I was coming back, all I hear is Cal screaming and crying. I'm like, oh my god! And my brother-in-law like, what's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? And I go over there and I pick him up, and I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, she kicked me in the face. I go, who? And I look, and there's like this 12-year-old girl that's in this pit with them. And I'm like, what? And she's crying. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And he's like, she kicked me in the face. I'm like, well, you look all right. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's eat some time anyways. We'll go. And we're walking away. And the mother of this lady looks pissed off too. Apparently, this is what I gathered from some of the other kids. There was like another kid in there that was a little shit and either hit or was wrestling that girl. And I think Cal was just collateral damage of
right. Okay.
something going on, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it was Cal that did anything, or I don't think that little girl like
right. They were both victims.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hey man, you gotta be
course it
careful
would
in
happen.
ball pits.
I know. I go, of course it would happen to you. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, them ball pits.
I mean, this is like a ball pit that's like for my toddlers, right? It's not big.
Right.
I don't even know why that's
still though. All bets are off in the ball pit, man.
It is
madness.
Cal had himself a day yesterday.
Well, that's all right. He'll recover today. It's a new day today.
We got big breaking news.
Do we?
You guys said I wouldn't do it.
My
my wife tried to stop me. Like, I was literally, I'm like, hey, they open 8:30. I'm gonna go there 8:30. Drop these off. Open PO box. Mallory's got workouts at 9:15. We got to leave at 9. You gonna be back in time? I go, I should be. She goes, you can't guarantee it, so I'm gonna need you to not go at 8:30. I'm like, huh. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll go when you get back. Oh, I want to go look at this store actually, so that's what I'm gonna do. And so she's giving me all these excuses of why I can't go to the place, but I found a way. I finally found a way. I got my ass down there. Opened a PO box. We're good to go, baby.
And
it didn't show. Hold on, it didn't. Let me fix that real quick. I don't know why I didn't PO box.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, so I can just type that in and get you there?
No. There we go. Save. I don't know. I swear I typed that. There we go. 373. PO Box 373.
Germ said, oh my God. Hell needs a hoodie now that it's frozen over.
Mm-hmm.
These are game on hoodies, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The person that has been most excited about that PO box is not even in here this morning.
Oh, he knows. I told him about it on Mine and Beardo's show on Friday.
Oh, buddy. Let's go. That's why he didn't have to show up this morning. He already knew.
He already knew. So yeah, I did it. You know what? Just like I thought. I opened it up. I've been checking it every day. Still haven't gotten anything.
Not a thing in that PO.
Yeah. That I knew you guys wouldn't send me anything.
Hilarious. Is if you never ever receive anything in that PO box.
Probably
that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I like what Beardo says about his PO box, that he gets so much stuff that they have to hold it behind the counter.
They know him by name.
It doesn't fit. They know him by name.
Yeah. Like, here, all this shit's yours, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'll see. You guys see me shit.
We're proud of you, man. Coming through.
Well, like I said, you guys asked. If you guys ask, I do it, and I do it on time.
Yep. Would never have to be asked twice.
They should have an app, and they let you that lets you know when you get stuff in your PO box. It's the U.S. Postal Service. That's a government-funded and ran organization. That they're never going to do anything that competent.
Yeah, dude.
I know. He finally did it. Good job by me. What can I say?
Proud of you, buddy.
And it's paid up for 6 months. So we have it for at least 6 months.
King Kane said they can't fit the blow-up dolls in Beardo's P.O. box. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Well, all right, man.
The green WNBA dildos.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Gotta have the green ones. Oh. So I assume there was no dildos thrown on the court at the All-Star game last night?
No, but Barack Obama was there.
Oh. Okay.
Of course he was.
They couldn't get President Trump to show up, so they're like, "Hell, we'll settle for Barack."
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure that was exhilarating.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure it was.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Fair enough. Well, hey, you got any baseball games you're looking at today, Ghost? Early on, any early looks or anything?
Yeah, this first game, it starts at noon Eastern. Is very interesting. The Indians at Rays at 7 under. That's the real interesting. One book last night had it at 6.5, but they've moved it up to 7.5, but it's heavily juiced to the under at -140. So if you want to play 7.5, you got to lay at 140. That's an interesting game. I'm keeping an eye on for that under.
Okay.
I'm actually, while we're going through, I'm kind of looking at it because I always write down early numbers last night when they start coming out to compare them to what's going on this morning. A lot can change. Always got to look at that opening number. That's the key one. Look at what they open that number at. So I'm kind of looking at a couple of early games here because I got to head out early today. This morning, the wife and I are going down because the U.S. Open of surfing starts today. Or actually, it started yesterday. So we're gonna go. We're gonna head down there this morning after the show's over.
So, how does that work? I've always wondered. Watch the surfing competition and stuff like that. What separates one person from the next? Like how far you ride the wave, how long you're on it. You do tricks.
Yeah, it's a way. They do have a time how long you ride it because obviously you got to swim out a certain length to be able to catch it. It's the way you cut and be able to make moves because, to be honest with you, summertime, that's not the year for surfing.
Okay.
Surfing is a winter sport because the storms out in the ocean, they bring up bigger surf.
Right. Okay.
Because that's where the big surf, like when they have when you go out to the North Shore in Hawaii, when they have the surfing competition out there, it's usually in January or February. Okay. Because that's where the waves are the biggest. And the same thing, the one that they're the big wave surfers out there in Portugal, that's usually in January where they're having 50 to 100 foot waves.
Man, that's a huge wave, dude.
Yeah. We watched a whole series on it. It was excellent. Those waves are gigantic.
Yeah, normal people, you get taken down by one of those waves, you're usually in trouble.
I think I showed this off the other day, but maybe not. But number 56 to 125, a Will Reichert auto that Step sent me.
Yeah,
Research
autos, baby.
Yeah, look at that, and look what I got yesterday. Another kicker auto from the Signature Series from Buku. As you can tell, it's written on there. That's written on the case, not the card. But Joshua Carty, 2024.
Let's go, baby. Big time.
My kicker collection is pretty sweet. Also, I got an auto from what's up, tissue paper? Good morning. How you doing? Why do you guys eat sandwich? Sandwiches are good, dude.
I love it.
AB was doing a break the other night, and I bought a team. And I would have traded. I got the Mets, and I would have traded it. And it was between the Mets and someone else. I go, which one's worse? Because I'll be a man of the people. He goes, probably the Mets. I go, okay, give me the Mets. And apparently, Steps wanted me to trade like the Orioles for the Mets, and me, I would have said yes, but my parents had just arrived, and so I was not paying attention to the break.
Yeah.
Apparently, I won a pretty sweet auto. Something Strawberry or whatever. What's his name?
Daryl Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
I met him in person. Cool, super cool guy.
My dad was with the Mets when he played with them. Him and Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, I don't know what it's worth, but I got an auto coming my way of his. I looked up some of his cards. They sell pretty high.
Yeah, dude. Daryl Strawberry auto. That's what were they opening? What kind of box was it?
I think the Series 2.
Man, that's a pretty good one right there. That's a cool one just to have either way.
Yeah, I think it was one of those throwback ones or something. I don't know, but
yeah, that's dope, dude. I did a little NBA break last night, and finally finally pulled somebody a banger Cooper flag, which all the Cooper flags are bangers
Yeah.
right now. But I got him a Ray Wave, man. Apparently Steps was looking one up the other day. One sold a couple days ago for like $209.
Dude,
So
I can't buy spots from Steps anymore. I bought into 2 of his, and I got the A's. He pulled me nothing. A couple hours later, he runs another stream. Someone else gets the A's, and he pulls that banger of what Nick Kurtz on the ultraviolet.
Dude, that was a banger right there. Hell, we had the in the NBA break last night. I had a Cooper flag and a Wembanyama X Fractor in the same box, man.
Damn.
Yeah, banger breaks.
Max Breaks was doing. He was just trying to get rid of inventory, and he did a 15 box break. It was like 4 megas and 10 blasters.
Okay,
I started
14, but
I started. Okay, well, whatever it was maybe 11 blasters then.
Whatever, 15 box break. Yeah,
maybe it was 5 megas. Whatever, it was 15.
Whatever, 15 bucks.
A ton of bucks. I started buying up the teams that nobody wanted. I got the Nets. I got the Nets for $15. $1 a box.
I think people should do that every time. I tell people every day. There's always one team, especially my baseball breaks. You know, you wind up getting you see the Twins down there, the D-backs, the Rockets. It doesn't matter who that last team is that somebody buys for $3 or $4. You bet your sweet ass there's a couple hitters coming out of that thing.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get an auto from one of those guys, or a short number, it's still it's not gonna sell what the superstars sell for, but you'll make your money back.
Yeah, hell, I mean, for $3 or $4, it's worth throwing it out there.
I got some of the shitty teams. I got I got the Hawks, the Bulls, the Nets, the Clippers, and the Celtics.
Okay.
I don't know what I got because I didn't stay up last night to watch what I got. So
you go back and watch that video receipt, sir.
Good, but I'm gonna just wait for Christmas to show up.
God, that's fun too. I do enjoy doing that there, man. Good morning, AB and Grass Guy. How y'all doing? Yeah, that's right, AB. Every team's got hitters. Every team does.
Mm-hmm. AB's my favorite now, though. I'm only gonna buy spots from him. All he does is pull me bangers.
That's fair, dude. Hey, I understand, man. I do.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, but shout out to Buku. Thank you for that card. God, I love kicker cards, man. Especially autos. What's that?
Hot Font said, I snorted coke off horse ass with Daryl Newsbury. I wish it had been Daryl Strawberry. That would have been a hell of a story. That would be a hell of a story, bro.
When did he play?
He was in the
80s.
Yeah, 80s.
The 86,
I don't know.
I think it was the 86 World Series that the Mets beat the Red Sox.
That's why I don't know who he is. Wasn't born.
Yeah.
Dad said that him and Dwight Gooden, when they were at spring training down there, they used to come into the parking garage, man, and they had this like system, you know, big system for the 80s. Everybody had big speakers and all that stuff. But he said all they would play on this, like on their stereo, was this tape full of like laughter. It was like these people laughing hysterically like they were on acid or something. And he said Daryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden would just drive through there in whatever kind of car. Dwight Gooden had a car, and he had like Dr. K airbrushed across the door handles. And he said those two dudes, probably coked out of their minds, would just drive through the parking garage with that tape blasting every day.
Yeah, that is awesome.
You know, he's got more World Series rings. So even though that Mets one's the most famous one, he's actually got more World Series rings when he was with the Yankees.
I started to say, yeah.
But
that Mets one would be the one to have.
Yeah, he was a designated hitter for the Yankees when they won during that World Series run.
Yeah, and he would snort up the foul line.
I think he was already done with that after he had his
past that. Yeah, he had his fix.
I think after he had his 1 year stint with the Dodgers, I think he went into rehab and got cleaned up before he ended up on the Yankees.
That's fair.
Because now he's like a Christian motivational speaker now.
Hey, good for him, man.
He turned his whole life around.
Good for him.
Yeah. Strawberry was one of the players to appear in the best Simpsons episode ever. God, apparently this guy's, it must be a good
I remember that one.
Yeah.
He's like, they're going Daryl, and they show a tear running down his face.
Is it lucky guess, Ornery?
Lucky guess. Oh, well, let me go put these cards away. And then we have some news over the last few days, including apparently Kyle Shanahan got in a bad car wreck.
I heard about that. I didn't know all the details about it, but I just briefly saw that yesterday.
Yeah, apparently it was on like July 14th.
Yeah, they kept that a little bit under wraps for a couple weeks.
Yeah, here I'll let you get started on it. Well, I'll just be gone for a second, but
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I read that article this morning, man. Just talking about it looks like he's going to be in. They don't really have a concussion protocol for the coaches or staff members, but it sounded like John Lynch giving his press conference saying he's going to be in a similar type deal where they're kind of going to ease him back there. He's still having some concussion symptoms, broke a few ribs, broke his hand, I think. There were no drugs or alcohol involved. Sounds like it was just an accident. And they don't release who's at fault and all that stuff. I don't know. The lieutenant gave some big spiel how they don't do all that and stuff. So we don't know who was at fault or whatever, but it sounds like there was no weird stuff going on, no drugs or alcohol or anything like that. But he just got banged up pretty good in that thing. And I saw where the hell the players just kind of found out about this in the last little bit. I think his wife, I believe, called some of the team leaders to let them know what was going on and everything. And they got their first practice this morning for camp at, I think, 10 a.m. this morning. And he may be on the field. He's going to be doing a little less for a few weeks, man. He looks like he's going to be fine for the opener in Australia against the Rams, but looks like he's going to have a lot lighter workload the next couple of weeks while recovering from the concussion symptoms. Is that pretty much what you've heard there? How do you think that
I don't know much about it. I just briefly saw it and I didn't get into full detail about it. I just said, whoa, what's going on here? And so I didn't have enough time to actually go through the whole article. So most of what you just said is all new to me.
Yeah. That's what I read this morning while I was sitting here waiting. And then I guess probably that article wheels got pulled up there. Y'all can read that
maybe
same
this
thing.
is a good sign, though. Maybe this is the year they finally get over the hump. You got to sacrifice and take a few bumps now. Not the good kind of bumps either.
Right.
And then
strawberry bumps.
You pay you do your time, right? You pay the price. Then it pays off in February. Who knows?
Perhaps it does. Do you I don't know though, man. And it's always weird. If he's on the field, he's coaching, dude. They're talking about him being out there. You think that guy's not going to be able to be out there on the field looking through both his black eyes and stuff?
There's no way he's out there at practice for at least a week. He broke his nose, 3 ribs, hand, and needed 40 stitches to the face.
So sounds like a pretty rough little accident, dude.
A gnarly little yeah. I wonder if there was a woman driver involved.
Hopefully it wasn't like Tony Romo driving.
Oh God, yeah, Romo. Dude, the memes from that is.
I know there were some stories circulating last night that CBS already fired him, but then I went and did a deep dive into that. It says no, they haven't fired him. They actually haven't even commented on it yet.
Officer goes, "Have you been drinking tonight, sir?" Well, Jim.
I guess he was golfing during the day.
And we've all done that.
They were betting on golfing. Each other, but I think that the bet was only like $60.
A little chump change for those guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little chump change. I would say maybe they were wagering like maybe 600. That'd be more like it.
I didn't even know those guys carried anything less than $100 bills.
I know exactly. They always got C notes on them.
Yeah. John Lynch says he's going to be in the protocol, and we're going to let the doctors dictate how and when he comes back, and when he comes back. He's been in the building, so we've seen him. It's kind of like we do with our players, a phase back approach. Number one for Kyle and the Shanahan family is getting him back right. I mean, this is gonna happen. At least it happened in the middle of July, not right,
not October.
So he'll be fine. Come
and it does say the other driver was okay and stuff too. So
no one was cited for the collision. That's weird.
It sounds like it's probably just an accident.
Yeah. Let's see.
No drugs or alcohol or anything like that involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hate to hear that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's Yeah, it doesn't sound like one of those weird stories that there's more layers to. It sounds like it's pretty cut and dry accident. He got to heal up for a couple more weeks, but he's still going to be out there coaching to the best of his ability at this point. Some of the other coordinators and things will probably have to step up a little bit, but he's going to be fine. And looks like he's on track to coach in the opener.
What if it happened right by their practice facility?
They'll blame it on the damn radiation at the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to move this damn practice facility.
Yeah, for sure. He's high on radiation, man. Wrecked that car.
You see, there's a made-up card with Romo and Tiger's mugshots on it, dual auto. That would be sweet.
God, I would love to have that. If that's not a real card, it should be.
I want this card, dude. I keep looking at it. I don't know why. I just don't buy it. But oh God, where's it at? Here it is. This guy made these cards, so they're not like official cards or anything like that.
Yeah, guy making his own card.
You buy it, it's gonna be worth nothing. But I want this card.
What is that?
Oh, that's the girl.
Oh, the point girl. Yeah,
Sophie Cunningham. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it looks official.
Yeah.
Them damn things are worth whatever somebody will pay for them, and you do stuff like
Selling
that
them for $21. $21. I was like, yeah, let's spend that on worse.
I mean, yeah, 20. No kidding. He should just make that like dual Romo and Tiger auto. Just sign it himself. Just say this is not an authentic autograph or whatever. But that'd just be cool to have as a little conversation piece.
Yeah, it's just a piece of history. Like, oh yeah, remember when we went through that phase or whatever?
That face. You know what's hilarious out of all those guys? The one that doesn't have a DUI is John Daly.
Is he smart? He only drives the golf cart, and he probably has
John Daly. I'm telling you, what a legend.
A specimen.
Yeah, he's a character.
Huge character. You know who else is a character?
Who's that?
I don't know. It's a terrible transition. Anyone who uses Rumble Wallet. They are the sharpest people out there. Let me tell you about Rumble Wallet. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everyone's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all the complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoin, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like us here at Game On directly. I love when you guys send us tips through the Rumble Wallet. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. Go download your Rumble Wallet today.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Booyah. Booyah. Let's see. What's step saying?
Little partnership action between Whatnot and
Whatnot Rumble Wallet partnership. I think Grass is right. That's every day.
Well, since Grass Guy wants to talk about it, what do y'all think about the LeBron trade? Or not the trade, I guess the signing. How we feel about that?
Somewhere?
Yeah, they're gonna play a little basketball next season.
What?
They're in Philly, man.
I know. I was shocked by it, and this is one of the markets that I actually didn't bet in because I always get screwed on these ones. But to me, and I thought the value was there because they were only at 9 cents. Philly was? Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Up until a couple hours before he even announced it, the market shot up to like 80 cents on Philly.
Oh, you knew what was up.
Oh,
yep.
Then leaked. And no, to me, if what is he coming back for at this point? You know, before we knew he was signing, I'm like, he's coming back to win a title. It's not about money. It's not about stats. He's got all that. He's got all the stats he's going to have. He's got all the money in the world. He says he'll play on a cheap contract. And so if he was, this is before he signed and we saw what the contract was, but it's like, if he's being true to that word, it's like, well, then he's coming back to win a title and it's legacy. And I go, going back to Cleveland, I don't think that's going to work. Going to Miami, I don't see how that group wins a title. Like, you have no shooting on that team. You have Giannis and Bam and then LeBron, but you don't have any shooters. Go to Golden State, I think is interesting, but you're not going to come out of the West with that squad. I go, Philly's the one that makes, once they did the Jaylen Brown trade, I go, that's the one that makes the most sense.
Because what sealed it for him.
Yeah, because you have Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and guess what? If Embiid can't play in the playoffs, no big deal, because those three plus LeBron is enough. And then you've already seen some other players. What's his name? There was a guy that got a buyout with, I think, Memphis or something, and now he's getting
Caldwell Pope.
No, it wasn't him. It was it Caldwell Pope? Maybe it was. Yeah. So you got a guy that come off the bench there that's that can shoot, veteran, and so it's like, even if Embiid is just like the cherry on top, maybe you get it, maybe you don't. If he's there, it's great,
that's the way he always should have been. They've obviously, it's been pretty clear they can't depend on Embiid to be there in crunch time. He's going to give you about 35, 40 games in the regular season, it seems like. And then he's not in shape for the playoffs. But you're right, adding LeBron and Jaylen Brown to pair with Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey, it does make that team a little more formidable, even if he can't go. And I think you're better off looking at some of those lines, just as long as they try to do it the right way. Man, I've been saying for 2 or 3 damn years now they should be building this franchise around Tyrese Maxey. So as long as they don't let Embiid come in there and screw shit up, then that should be a contender.
Oh, yeah, and they're in the East, so it should come out. But it makes sense for LeBron because he can go win another title with another franchise and become the first player to do it with 4 different franchises or whatever. I believe.
Really?
Be the first. Yes.
And guess what? That's not a good thing.
Explain.
Yeah. Explain that you have to be on multiple teams to win multiple rings. That tells people that, number one, you're not loyal to a team, that you're a ring chaser, no matter what sport. If you gotta go to all these different teams and then you win rings on all of them, you're a ring chaser. That means you're not loyal to your franchise, that you don't want to help build. I got to go jump to another team so I can get a ring. See, that's not a good thing. It's different with Brady, that when he went to Tampa, because he was already past his prime. The Patriots were ready to move on from him. Yeah, he got a ring down there, but he wasn't chasing a ring.
Right. He didn't care if he won another one or not.
Yeah, he didn't care. He just felt that he could still play the game. LeBron's different, and Kevin Durant's the same way. Kevin Durant is a ring chaser. Look how many franchises he's played for. I mean, come on. He thought he was going to ring a ring with Brooklyn. I mean, how did that work out?
Yeah, I'm saying it right now. The more I've watched Kevin Durant, the more I've seen it. I think Kevin Durant is one of the more overrated players in NBA history.
I think it's different with Durant and LeBron, because LeBron, at least when you can, for Miami and Cleveland, he was the best player on the team and was the reason they won those rings.
Miami. I mean,
you could say the first ring in Miami, D Wade was the one that really carried the team. But after
Ray Allen too.
No, yeah. That was the second ring. Was the Ray Allen one?
Was the second one?
That's when I lost respect for LeBron. I actually liked LeBron when he first came into the league, what he was doing to that franchise in Cleveland. But when he had that whole ordeal with the press conference and all that, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. Yeah, That's when I lost respect for him, because now you left Cleveland, you had a chance to build up that franchise that had done nothing, and then you bolt to join an all-star team to win to be a ring chaser. And that's when I lost respect for him.
I will make
this stayed in Cleveland and built that team like Jordan did with the Bulls. Jordan played with the Bulls for 7 years under 2 coaches. He had nothing until they got Phil Jackson there and Tex Winter in there to build up the triangle offense in there. And then they got Scottie Pippen in there. And then they started winning championships. And granted, if he didn't have a gambling problem, he would have probably won 8 titles.
And still have it alive.
What's that?
And still have his dad alive.
Yeah, and still have his dad alive, right? Because of their both their issues with gambling. That's the only reason why he left to go play baseball. He had a gambling issue. David Stern told him to leave and get this stuff taken care of.
I will say this about LeBron going to Philly and his perceived to be ring chasing. What people think of LeBron is already set, so it doesn't matter what he does. You know, our opinions of LeBron is set in stone whether he wins a title in Philly or not. I just think it's for the history books, for his legacy that he won another ring with a fourth franchise. But I think it was a good move by him. I think it was a good move by Philly. You got nothing to lose there. You go back to the East, which it should be easy to get through the East, at least compared to the West. And it's interesting, especially if this Kawhi trade goes down and gets approved, and he doesn't have to sit the whole season. The East got a lot more interesting. Giannis moving. I know he was already in the East, but still switching teams up.
Right.
LeBron going to Philly. Kawhi going out to Toronto. The West is kind of set. We already know what the West is going to be the next 5 years. It's going to be San Antonio and OKC, and maybe if Jokic can get some help around him, Denver can make it interesting. But that's pretty much the West.
I think that Philly was probably the only spot that LeBron, I think that was the most legitimate spot for him to go have a chance to win a title. I don't think he was going to be able to do it in Cleveland. I don't think he was going to be able to do it in Miami, even with Giannis and Bam. Like you said, nobody to shoot there. And then Golden State was aging very, very much, or has been aging for a better part of a decade now. So I think
Golden State would be interesting, but for the fact, I mean, it would be interesting to watch all those old guys play together. But you're in the West.
Yeah,
you're going to compete with
a lot of youth out there.
San Antonio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you ain't gonna beat them in that spot, no.
Yeah. Hi, Steps.
Steppers.
Yeah. Good morning.
How we doing, sir?
Hot. Your mic's
Do what?
Hot.
A little hot on the mic.
Your mic is hot. Like the gain must be way up or something.
I never touch it.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Turn it down a little bit.
I can if you don't want to mess with anything, I can turn you down on my end.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
How we doing this morning, Steppers?
Let's see.
Great.
What's up, Steps?
Ghost, you're here. I thought you'd keep the show on the rails, Ghost. We're talking sports this morning. When Ghost isn't in here, we talk sports.
Yep.
LeBron, though, let me tell you something.
That sound better?
Mm-hmm. Okay. LeBron. The ESPN, of course, the media tried to shove this down our throat like it was the decision 2.0. I mean, they were slobbering and freaking, they loved it. I mean, of course, they wanted to try to take advantage of this, but this ain't it's his last 2 years. I'm surprised he's actually playing 2 more, to be honest with you. But of course, he was like,
don't be fooled by that. He's only playing 1.
Yeah. He did sign the contract was pretty good for the
what was it? I didn't see that.
It was $8 million a year, maybe, or $4 million.
No, it was 2 years, $8 million. So that a veteran minimum of $4 million.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. But I agree with Ghost. The ring chasing and going all around. I don't really like that. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, as a Braves fan, Chipper Jones, he stayed with the Braves his whole career. Took less money. Could have went somewhere else. Like, that's what I like. I mean, these guys are making so much money, dude. And, he's chased it all around. So I'm not a big LeBron fan myself, but I'm not a big NBA fan. So it really doesn't matter to me. But
fair.
What else do we have to talk about? So, of course, ESPN ran with that. But it was cringeworthy. All the coverage was so, like, I don't know. I hated it.
Well, that's the way ESPN is nowadays. They are cringe.
It's awful.
He can go he was playing 35 or more minutes in LA last year. Ended up being a top 20 player in the league still. Didn't play 65 games, but still it doesn't really matter. He can play as many games as he wants while he's in Philly. He can wait to ramp it up at the end of the season. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they've got a good enough squad already. But the thing is, LeBron can go from playing 35 plus minutes now. He could just come off the bench and play 25 a night if he wants. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to play all that much, 20, 25 minutes. And those are going to be a good 20. And I know Jaylen Brown's there and he's won a title, but as much as we can hate on LeBron and dislike LeBron for things, you cannot argue that he doesn't have some of the best basketball IQ we've ever seen. And so him being able to coach up those young guys like VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, remember, LeBron is their like Jordan. That's their idol that they grew up watching, right?
And him and Tyrese Maxey are already really close anyway.
Yeah, so they're going to listen to what he has to say. And he's actually very, very smart on the court.
Yeah, he ain't no dummy.
Not denying
That's for
that.
sure.
I'm not denying him as a player. I'm just denying all the circus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What up, Andrew?
I just
What up,
hope
Andrew?
as a diehard Laker fan, I grew up a Laker fan my whole life, that now that he's gone, I can be a Laker fan again. And I'm just hoping they get Bronny out of there too.
Yeah, that whole mess was
Bronny will end up he's going to end up in the G League because he doesn't have the talent, or LeBron's going to grab him, say, "Hey, I'll bring him into Philly."
I don't think he'll bring him to Philly because it's too much of a distraction and whatnot, and he's not good enough for it.
That fool shouldn't be in the NBA.
Bronny's money's already guaranteed for this year, so I guarantee you they just kick him down to the G League and say, "Okay,
yeah, kick his ass down." He'd have never made it to the big show if it wasn't for Daddy.
Yeah. Do you notice that they waited till his contract was guaranteed? Then LeBron made his decision.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Jerm. Chipper was one of my favorite players back in the day.
We love Chipper, dude.
Grass, I don't knock him for doing all that for his kid, but it is what it is. It's
Jordan
out in the open.
Jordan never. He knew his
he
kids.
also was. He might not be a good father. I don't know.
Well, I think Jordan knew his players didn't have the talent like he did. His sons didn't have the talent.
I think LeBron's a good dad. Nobody else does. I do.
I think he is.
Yeah.
You think he's a what?
I think he's a good father.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit and. I don't know. I mean, I think he is. It appears he is. What we see in the media and stuff. So I can't really speak on that.
He knew what he was getting into with the Bronny stuff, and he did it.
Yeah, he did it he definitely did it for his kid. Yeah, and he's always seemed like a wholesome guy when it comes to that stuff.
His decisions have always been calculated and for himself. I mean, you can't blame him for being selfish. He's always made good decisions. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. You look
Except
at
the China stuff that we won't talk
about. I don't know about that. I don't get involved in all that shit.
China.
That was probably the worst thing he did. But outside of that, I mean, everything he's done, the decision, was stupid, but it drew eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
he's
got gold medals. He's got rings. He's just played in a different era,
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, too. People trying to compare across eras and stuff. It's just impossible to do. Did y'all see that?
He's a top basketball player.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Did y'all see that Anthony Joshua got knocked down twice in the first round last night and then proceeded to knock the dude out in the second round?
Who'd he fight?
Christian Pringa.
Who the hell's that?
He's a young guy, big kid. Apparently, I mean, who's got some thunder fists, man. He's a big old boy too, but I think he's a younger guy. But Joshua was talking about how he's got a bright future. He probably just got a little overconfident in that thing. You knock dude down twice in the first round, you might let them hands sag a little bit. And old Anthony Joshua got thunder in them fists, man. It's his first fight since that car accident 7 months back that tragically killed two of his best friends and, banged him up some. This is his first fight back from that. Kind of a tune-up. Everybody expects him to fight Tyson Fury next. Tyson Fury won a fight on Friday night, and then Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I just thought that was crazy. He got knocked down twice in the first round and then proceeded to knock dude out in the second round.
Tyson Fury's still fighting.
He is still fighting.
Yeah, they both had a tune-up fight this weekend because they want to fight each other at the end of the year. Steps, have you ever had something on? So when you're selling on eBay, have you ever come across the the package, like these little envelopes? They get lost, right? They don't, because the tracking on them sucks.
There is no tracking.
Yeah, there is like it left the facility. Right,
only
in transit.
Yeah,
like the post office doesn't track it, so eBay is the only way you can know where that's at. Post office won't track that. It's like postal mail. It's like putting a stamp on.
Because you go in some mornings, you have those, and I used to hand them those. They don't even scan those ones that are like the little postal ones, and they'll tell you can't track those or whatever.
So my question is, I've had one that I had to refund a guy on because it didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done it myself. I bought something from someone and it didn't show up, and so they refunded me, and then like 3 weeks later it showed up.
Yeah, it does.
So my question is, you have a $20 insurance on this thing. Have you ever gone there? Like, what's the process to go through the post office and get your insurance? You just
Never done it, but good luck.
I
Doesn't
say,
sound fun. It sounds like
if it's
going
$20,
to
I
Congress.
wouldn't even fuck with that.
Well, here's the thing. The one that I did, it was $17, and now I haven't. Today I woke up. This is my second one where a guy has requested a refund, and I'm like, okay, well, this is getting annoying. Like,
It is.
if you guys are gonna keep losing this shit, I want to be refunded for it because I did everything right on my end. So
you
I'm
can
gonna
change your shipping settings to not do that, not do the white mailer.
I know I can, but then you got to pay $5 something, and people buying these cards aren't going to pay that price.
I know. That's the first thing I look at. If it's under $20, I need $1.39 shipping.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just eat the cost on it, but I'm going to look into it at least and see if there's a way to.
What you need to do is look
insured.
into if you could post something in your auction that's just like final sale regardless, like, you know what I'm saying? And then before
No,
you
it does say that. It says no refunds and whatnot, but I mean, the etiquette on eBay is if they don't get the item by the time that it says it'll get
no,
there,
that's the right thing to do
them.
for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll just eat the cost. I mean, like I said, I've done 150 sales and I've had 2 that have had this problem, so it's not too bad.
Pretty good number.
Still frustrating though.
Yeah, it is frustrating. I agree with you
there. I feel like it makes me look bad too, even though every person I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, it's not your fault. You did everything that you could do."
If you get to the post office, man, that's all you can do.
I think it makes you look good if you refund just right away and take care of them, no questions asked, and move on.
That's like Steps and I, man. Somebody ever asked for a refund, you get your refund. Here you go.
Unless it's somebody that is, I've had a couple people that are like, my kid got on my name, and I'm like, sorry, no. But if something gets lost, or like we've had people who the post office lost the package, or no, the post office damaged the package at the facility. Like it ripped open through one of their machines. They put a note around it, was like, sorry, we damaged your package. Here you go. And then that was it. And the customer sent a picture of that to me. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to definitely refund that.
Yeah. We had another one day where I was doing a rip and like my power went out. It was storming my power, and we weren't ripping cards yet. We were still like in the auction and stuff like that, and came back up, and then dude watched the whole rip and saw that he didn't hit any cards, and then asked for a refund, and we gave him his little refund or whatever. But yeah, the best thing you can do in that spot, just be customer friendly, you know.
That's funny because I'm always in Steps' chat asking for a refund, and I never get one.
Yeah, we ain't
how we
refunds.
we got the game on stuff ready for football season. You got any game on merch? Any new hats? Anything dropping over there? You're selling cards. You're not doing your game on merch for the football season?
I'm an action guy, Mom.
I'm an action guy, Mom. We're working on it, dude. It's not football season yet.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little longer than that.
Teams are starting to show up today.
Yeah, they're practicing and stuff. We don't get no meaningful games.
It's going to be in the news every day.
What do you guys think about this? I shipped it out on July 9th, and he opened a request today. I mean, what is that?
I mean, if he ain't got it if you shipped it on July 9th, I mean, hell, that's been 3 weeks ago.
The tracking on this is actually, so it left Spokane, and it made it to Louisville, where it's supposed to be delivered. So, and it actually shows that. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, we know. But it showed up to Louisville Wednesday, July 15th. So I don't know where the hell this thing is at.
It fell down in some mail carrier. It fell back down behind the seat or something, dude.
Probably freaking
with somebody's Jelly of the Month Club certificate.
Yeah, for sure. Well, are we going to talk the?
Yeah, I was trying to get you back on sports, but Will's over looking at his tracking numbers.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out how to
track it.
Yeah, I'm looking out for the people. I try.
I'm a tracker. I'm a tracker guy, Mom.
I'm trying.
Aren't you going over the Rams today?
Yeah. Take over, Ghost. Take over, Ghost.
No, they are favored to go to the Super Bowl this year in the NFC.
I never like to bet on the team that's favored to go to the Super Bowl.
No, I'd rather, if you're going to make those kind of futures, I'd rather bet on the team to win their division. I think,
Right. Yeah.
I think
yeah.
that's a safe. I think that's a safer bet because you don't know how teams are going to perform in the playoffs. Sometimes you get the sleepers and all that stuff.
Injuries and stuff. That's my thing. There's too many unknowns in the football season to just you got to get some real good odds on those futures for me, man. And that anything less than 10-1 in those spots, even the favorite. And it's like the favorite wins sometimes. Hell, it happens sometimes. And everybody's like, well, you don't sneeze at 8-1. I'm like, yeah, but when I'm instead of betting that in July when I don't know what, because if Matthew Stafford goes down, that team's dead to rights.
Yeah.
That window's closing though. Like they're all in every year from this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing you can at least count on that they're not going to fart around.
They
did draft a quarterback though in the draft.
Right.
Yeah, well,
right.
Stafford's the end of the road's.
Hey, before we talk about the shitty ass Rams, we got to talk about a team that actually knows how to make it to a Super Bowl, and that's the New England Patriots. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Under their win total. Under their win total this year.
The Patriots. Robert Kraft came out and was talking about how they have offered Christian Gonzalez to make him the highest paid cornerback in the league, and I think that is smart because you don't want to leave, and when you have one of these top 5 in any position, you just make them the top highest paid, and you want to do it as soon as possible because the market just goes up and up and up. So I think that's smart. So some people might be thinking, well, if they offered it, why the hell has he not accepted it? Well, it's because Robert Kraft is cheap, and even though it is the highest paid cornerback in the league, there's probably, they're probably arguing over when does he get his, like how much of a signing bonus, like how much money is that up front early in the contract and whatnot. All the stuff that's why you have an agent to make sure that you're not getting screwed on when you get your money. But I think it's a smart move. I'm excited for it because I want Christian Gonzalez to be a Patriot for his whole career because that guy is a player.
He is a player, dude. I think that's a very smart move as well because I do believe that guy is, for some years to come, going to be the best cornerback in football.
Honestly, Jeremy, he probably could.
He probably could. They won't use him for that. That's the only thing you got to worry about right there.
But yeah. Pats making moves, baby. Also, the Pats, other news with the Pats, you see who else they're bringing in? DeAndre Hopkins be a wide receiver coach.
Wide receiver coach?
Uh-huh.
Not an actual wide receiver?
Yeah, coach.
Okay, well, I can live with coach. If we got that title on the other end, if they were bringing him in to be an actual wide receiver, I'd say they were fucking fools.
They also brought in a running back to, God, who was it? One of our old running backs that won a Super Bowl with us.
Corey Dillon?
No, I don't think it was James White. It was
I can't
remember. Anyway,
you had Falk in there. You had Corey Dillon.
It was more recent.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no. I like this. I think this is the Vrabel effect. I think these players feel comfortable coming in and taking this like coaching role because of Vrabel being there.
Hell yeah, as you should, because you've seen a guy that could transition from being a successful player into the coaching ranks, and outside of Diana Rossini, that's working out pretty well for him.
Mm-hmm. We also have breaking news here. Grass Guy says he doesn't trust her, and my question is, who do you trust, Grass?
Who do you trust, Grass? That's a better question right there. Who do you trust?
Yeah.
Refresh your page, go to the top.
Refresh my page and go to the top.
Yeah, I want to know what this Nebraska lineman's doing. I just tagged you in it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll pull it up in a second. We had our first injury of the season. Outside linebacker Nick Scorton.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I think good.
He's done for the season.
One. I think he was their first round pick, wasn't he?
Second.
And he had worked pretty heavily into the rotation and stuff. He was going to be one of their big pass rushers this year. Looking for big things out of him in year 2. But yeah, he's done for the year.
He was good.
Yeah, well, we give him. We hope he has speedy recovery, all that stuff. Obviously, gonna miss him for a year, but a young guy early on in his career that should have a chance to come back.
Oh, you sent this to me. Where'd you send it to me on X? Steps.
Oh, that's different. I was talking about
I wanted you to put something else, but I want to pull this thing up so Crick can see it.
Oh, just so you know, I'm not telling him to pull it up, guys. We were talking football.
Oh, is that the auto?
Yeah.
Bro, that's freaking sweet right there.
That was the auto out of a hobby box cricket, so you know that's the hit.
That is sweet. I like that one.
What do you think that's worth, Steps?
At least 3 figures, probably.
Yeah, I saw a lot of his autos. Some of them are like 700,
Should be
$800
mine though, because if you were in
But-
there, you would have traded me.
But the other ones,
100%.
some of his other autos are like at least $300. I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
I don't know.
I
What
I have a Yankee hat that he signed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The funny thing is okay. The funny thing is Will got he got moderator rights. AB Brian gave Will moderator, and he took over. And Will's doing his whole cocaine's of a hell of a drug on the mod.
I only did that
Posting
once. I only did that once.
cricket.
What's yeah?
Will gets the mod keys and it opens the door to the house and just comes in and yells, "Coke's a hell of a drug." Just posted in the
That's not what happened at first. Listen, I was behaving myself. I was telling people, share this out there. Share this with a friend. Get in here. What's crazy. It's free to share this show and blah, blah, blah. And then, after, and AB gave me props because I should have made Will moderator a long time ago. I was nervous at first, but he's doing a great job. And then I go, what also is crazy? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Or I said something like that. And then he's like, oh God, I can't.
I need the keys back. Give me the keys.
Then,
back.
His son's getting it, and I take it off immediately and I go, whoops.
Sorry. wrong chat.
But then cricket, then he gets the Daryl Strawberry card. And
Then he binks that, man.
Daryl Strawberry's known for the
You just talk about cocaine and Daryl Strawberry comes out.
Exactly. He's spoken into existence.
Let's go, baby. I love it. That's a banger card, though. I like that. That's a cool one, man.
Nebraska right guard. Oh, I saw this. Brendan Black showing off his
what
dance
is
moves
this?
in Nashville. Have you seen this, Crick?
He don't want to see it. This is awful.
Who's he play for now?
Nebraska.
Oh, I thought he was in the league.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
He's in the league.
What's going on?
I thought he was in the league if he's pulling that kind of chick.
Yeah, I don't think he's pulling her after you see the video.
Yeah, he might be gay best friend.
Yeah.
That totally could be that.
Here we go.
Oh my God. I love it, 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 I
Oh,
love
that
it.
is totally gay best friend. 100%. Look at that. That's a football player?
Yeah.
Yes.
God. Bet the team total under on Nebraska or whoever the hell that guy plays for now.
She
He
looks
plays for Nebraska.
No, wait, that's a dude.
That's
Right? That's a football. God, how do you even show up to fall camp after
I
a
know.
video
Well-
like that is on the internet?
He's dancing around the locker room for sure.
He's loving it too, dude. Look at that. Look at how happy he is right there.
Tell you what, if Tom Osborne was still in Nebraska, he'd be cut.
Oh, you'd be gone today. Yeah, scholarship revoked, and
Oh,
we don't even give you a bus ticket home. Get the hell out.
And make your parents move out of the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that free house we gave y'all is gone.
if he's in the league, that's his girlfriend, and she is 100% with him for the money. That's what Orny says. Women will do anything for money.
Well, yeah, because he
Look at
doesn't
her
like
face.
vagina.
Look at her face.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like laughing. Says, "Who am I with?"
God
She looks
almighty.
nervous.
That is awful. Yeah, you're right, Hot Fox. loves some cornhole.
He likes taking it the long way, eating it the long way.
Oh, that is
Man.
disgusting, dude. And you're an offensive lineman. Cut your fucking hair. What are we doing?
Will, get it out of here now.
That is garbage. Look at how happy he is.
You're the one that pulled it up.
I know, just to play it and get it out. That's crazy.
That's a big lesbian. But
I think you're right though, Crick.
whatever, dude. That is not a lesbian term. That guy does not like vagina.
100%.
Maybe he's just happy and loose, you know.
Something's loose.
That's where we're at with football players these days.
He just finished off his Zima
For sure. Shotgunned it goes.
shotgun. It was Zima, and he had the hit.
Listen, they need to get him a real football player like this guy. Oh yeah.
Who's
Oh,
that?
it's
Drake May out there.
Drake May. Yes, you can say
Oh,
it's
Drake May.
More Patriot shit.
I see
Will
some
Campbell probably
I see
talked
some
about that
I
dance.
see some regression off of him this year.
Oh, don't say that.
Not possible.
I think I'm gonna be a Patriot fan this year.
Don't you fucking dare.
Come
I
join
like
the
Drake May.
steps.
I like Drake May too. I mean, you have to like them all.
Yeah, but who's their coach now?
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
I'm a Vrabel guy, dude.
I mean, I like Vrabel too, but
I'm 100% Vrabel guy.
there's no way I could. Like I said, I like both those guys, but no.
I'm still in Vrabel's corner after what happened off the field.
Well, yeah,
Don't matter to me.
yeah. I mean, whatever. That
This
shit
will-
happens every day. We don't crucify everybody that does that sort of thing.
Is he
This
coming
will
back or what?
This will ramp us up for the LA Rams talk. But while the team doesn't have a timeable return for Aaron Donald if he decides to unretire, a league source close to Donald says that he's leaning towards returning. He participated in workouts and full pads at the team's facility 2 weeks ago. I think he's coming back. I don't think you do this if you're not coming back.
I don't know why y'all are still question. That man will be playing football by November, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that first video. They traded for Myles Garrett, and I saw that first video. That dude working out in there, and he still looks like a freaking machine. That guy's playing football this year.
Now is he coming
Problem
back?
is they got to figure out the money because his wife, who really doesn't want him to unretire, she's going to want it to be at least worth it. But if he comes back, he's due $30 million, and the Rams don't have.
How's it not already worth it?
Well, I mean,
That's a bunch of money.
it's because that's what it was left on. That's what his contract stated. So they got to pick up where his contract left off.
Yeah.
So they're going to come to an agreement. But I'm wondering, like, was it 10 million? Maybe 10.
Probably half. The 30, probably 15.
Maybe 10 guaranteed, 15 if he plays X amount.
Incentives, yeah.
Now, do you think he's coming back to get another ring because of the Myles Garrett trade, or do you think that he's ran out of money?
I think he's bored.
I don't think he's ran out of money.
I don't think he's running out of money. I think he's bored. You see that with these guys that retire maybe 3 or 4 years too early. There's no doubt that Aaron Donald could have still been playing at a very high level if he'd have been out there. I think they just walk away for a little bit, and you spend a couple seasons on the sideline, and you're like, man, I think I can still go a little bit. I still got that itch. And then something like the Myles Garrett trade happens, and your franchise is the front runner to win the Super Bowl. He's like, hell, I think I can still play a little bit.
Well, also you get bored. You get bored staying in shape. Like he outworks current NFL players, and it's like,
dude, that's what I'm saying.
At some point, you're like, why am I staying in this good a shape?
Right, and they showed that video, and there's nothing that told me Aaron Donald couldn't play football today.
Is Stafford 37 or 38?
38, I believe.
Okay, so they're going all out right now while they still got Stafford before he retires.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
he probably turned
clearly
39.
clue. And well, I would think that if they win the Super Bowl this upcoming season, he's going to retire.
Yeah, he turns 39 right before the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Dude, they've been going all out. They've been selling off draft picks for the last 5 years.
And
First round picks. They haven't had picks I mean, they've done it a weird way, but they've done it that's why I keep saying McVay's darting. After Stafford and all those guys are out, he's out. He ain't sticking around.
the Rams have just proved that first round draft picks are overrated in a lot of spots.
100%, dude.
People
they've improved
overvalue those
it,
things.
and I think we may have seen. This is strictly my opinion. I could be totally wrong here. I think we may have seen the best of Sam Darnold in Seattle. I think we might see some regression there next year. They lost their running back to the Chiefs. So I think we might see some they still got a defense. I'm not putting the defense in check, but I think we may see some regression from Sam Darnold. He got his ring. Now you're going to see a slump from the Seahawks. I think the Rams win the division that next year. Seahawks will probably make the playoffs as a wild card, but I think they won't go far.
I think both the Patriots and the Seahawks don't make the playoffs.
What?
You know what? I think that's a good bet, especially the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are making the playoffs next year,
It's just they play in the AFC, so it's easier for them to get there. But
and they're
I don't-
getting a lot tougher schedule next year.
yeah.
What's
but
LA's odds to win it?
About plus 800, I think.
That's crazy.
What are the Seahawks odds?
Let me pull them up here. We'll find out for sure. See what we got going on. Yeah, I know they were the favorite. They were last time I saw the Rams odds. They were plus 800. I think the Seahawks are somewhere. They were around like 12 or 13 to 1, I believe. The last I saw, but I'll get them pulled up here and we'll find out.
According to Kalshi, the Rams are at 16%. The Bills are at 8%. The Seahawks are at 8%, which would be about 12 to 1. So your top 5 favorites are Rams, Bills, Seahawks, Ravens, Chiefs.
Okay.
According to Kalshi.
I don't understand the whole Ravens deal.
No, I don't either. I think they're getting way overhyped this upcoming season. They got a whole new coaching staff, and I actually think Lamar Jackson is slightly overrated.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I definitely think
better than Jalen Hurts, though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I think right now it's the Bengals' division to lose. If Burrow stays healthy all year, the Bengals win that division.
Well, because they have the second easiest schedule in the league too, so an adequate rest time.
And I don't put any faith in the Steelers with.
Vinny says Seahawks would be better in their second season. I don't think they will, man. They're not going to have that running game. They lost a couple of. I think they lost a couple of defensive pieces. I mean, they're going to be tough. Like
I don't know why I can't. I mean, I do know why, because the first part of the career was pretty bad as far as Sam Darnold goes. But I doubted that guy all last year too, and he just ran on to a Super Bowl with him. But I still can't trust it going into this season.
Well, I mean, he didn't really do much in the Super Bowl. It's all Kenneth Walker. Granted, leading up to the Super Bowl, he played well. He did play well.
Yeah, played well.
In that situation, though, you kind of you got to let Walker do it if he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame Darnold for that. I think I kind of like what you say there, Craig. I think there's still a little bit there. We're going to find out a lot about Sam Darnold. If it's, I think he's a good player, but we're going to find out if he's a great player this year with the changes that happened in Seattle. And now, targets on their back. But Rams are stacked. I mean, like on both sides of the football.
Yeah, they are. I can't disagree with that. The Rams
and
are
the issue with the
loaded.
Rams last year. The reason why they lost to the Seahawks is because their secondary sucked. What did they do? They went out and traded for an all-pro cornerback and signed another one, and they just addressed the defensive issues because offensively they're stacked. Then they went.
Is
and
it
got
worth
Myles
fading them
Garrett.
though? If you're going to bet, is it worth fading the Rams? Just, I mean, you got to bank on like a Stafford injury shakes things up.
No, I think this is kind of like the Dodgers. I think you just keep buying a little bit on them now because they're 800, plus 800 now. When they make the playoffs and are one of the top seeds, you're not going to get plus 800 on them.
Yeah, but the difference between baseball and football is baseball, you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, but I think when you're making those kind of predictions, you can't bet on anyone getting injured. It could happen, yes, but I don't think it's wise to say, well, he's going to get injured, therefore.
No, I'm just saying, is there really value? The only way you're going to get value betting with them.
I'll tell you this: there's value if you take him now, like on Kalshi. There's value on them if Stafford stays healthy throughout the whole season. If he stays healthy throughout the whole season, they're not going to be. They're going to be like plus 250 or whatever come playoff time. So you're going to go from 800 to 250.
What's to take the division? 11.5 that's a pretty big win total there that he's got him predicted at.
That's the current market.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's.
I can't wait
as of when he wrote this book, which is
read his why to bet versus why not to bet.
Minus 105 to win the division.
Yeah, 51% on Kalshi. That if you wanted to fade the Rams, I wouldn't fade them. I would fade them to win the division.
Who's the third? Who's the dogs in that division?
Seattle plus 2 at 28%, Niners at 20%, Cardinals at 2%.
Man, if you're gonna look to fade an injury, that's the bet you're gonna make.
Hell, if you want to take a gamble, just take the Niners and hope they win week 1.
I kind of
Where's
like
that game?
the
Where's that game
Niners.
being played at? Where's that game at? Oh, that's the international
Australia.
game.
Yeah.
That's the Australia game. So there's no home field advantage there.
And look, they don't play the Seahawks until the last 3 weeks of the season, which is going to be interesting. Hold on, let me get this started.
From a betting perspective, I wouldn't touch that game just because it's on a neutral field like that in Australia. You have no way how these teams are going to play after a 14-hour flight.
And Outback.
Here we go.
They're going to go to Outback when they get there.
They're going to go to Outback.
Have a Foster's.
They're going to hunt the crocodile hunter.
All right, start your video. We'll bring Crick back.
I got to wait a second because I hit the bookmark and you guys started talking. So hold on. All right, we got the Los Angeles Rams. We're continuing our coverage team by team all summer long, breaking down each team thanks to Warren Sharp and his book. We're going to see everything in here of, who did they lose? What trades or assets did they acquire in the offseason? What are the numbers from last season? What are we projected to see this season? And looking at over-under win totals, see if we can find some bets on these teams. And today is obviously, as you can see, the Rams, 10th year under Sean McVay. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. They got a season win total of 11.5. They went over that last season. They've won double-digit games each of the last 3 seasons. And one of the things we look at rest advantage and disadvantage. You can see their schedule. They have one of the tougher schedules in the league, which is kind of crazy. But they in the way they rank how tough your schedule is it's not based off of what you did last season. Warren Sharp does it, which I think is the right way to do it. What is the betting market predicting you to be this upcoming season? What's your season win total at? So like you play the Bills are like an 11.5 win team, right? So according to the betting market. And as you can see, we start things off an international game there against San Francisco in Australia. Their net rest advantage and disadvantage is it's all over the place, but it's not too bad. The problem with the Rams is they play 7 primetime games, the most in the league. That is taxing on any team. But because you're playing on so many primetime games, you're going to have a lot of rest advantage and also a lot of rest disadvantage throughout the season. They only play one team coming off their bye, and that is the Chargers in week 8. Let's see. And then look at that at the end of the year. Them and Seattle play the last 2 times the last 3 weeks of the season. That's going to be whoever's the healthiest, Whoever's the healthiest at the end of the season is going to win those games.
They got a nice bye there too.
Yeah, week 11 is a good spot for a bye.
I mean, they got 2 byes because they play Arizona the week before that. So
that's about the only thing that's easy in their schedule is the fact they got Arizona and the Raiders on there. And I guess
but it's a nice little good reset for them there.
Poor Giants. The Giants have to go in week 2, go down to LA and play the Rams after playing Cowboys on Sunday night. Just a brutal way to start the season.
That's how it goes, man.
I think the Cardinals are going to be
interested.
interested.
They play 8 primetime games because at the end of the year, it's going to be flex. Well, as of right now, it's 7. But yes, if it comes down to the week 18, Seattle versus Rams for who's going to win the division, I don't think it will. But if it does, that will be the Sunday night primetime last game of the season.
I think you might wait until they play the Bills to bet them. Because if they're 500, You
think they're going to be 500 by the time they play the Bills? Who are they losing to?
They could lose. Denver and Philly and San Francisco are not bad teams. It's the NFL, dude.
Watch out for that Week 10 game against the Cardinals.
Denver is a division game. Is it? No, NFC.
Yeah. The reason I say watch out for that Week 10 game against the Cardinals, you may see Carson Beck at quarterback by the Week 10, and we don't know what we're going to get out of him. That could be a sleeper game.
Could be, but Cardinals are terrible.
Denver.
I know they are. They're
Here's
terrible.
what I say.
They need so many things.
You say watch out for San Francisco. McVay has owned Shanahan in this series, so
Yeah, but week
No.
1, you just never know.
You never know. Yeah, it's true. But I don't think Denver or Philly is going to.
I think that's
Maybe
going to be
one of them upsets them, but I don't think so.
it's going to be hard to go through those 3 teams right there without dropping.
I'll
at
tell you
least
what, it is a
one.
lot of travel though. You got to travel out to Australia, then you got to come home for a home game, then you got to go up to Denver, and then the following week go up to Philly. So travel might play a part in it.
Mile High, Denver.
Early in the
I
season,
don't have a lot of faith in that team this year either. The Broncos. I think they're going to be under their win total from last year.
They got a good coach. That
They
matters.
lost a few guys. They lost a few guys, but no one that's like really stands out. The only person that stands out that they lost is Jared Verse, but that's because they traded for Myles Garrett. So they I think what they did was great. So Myles Garrett, they trade for him, and then they also traded for Trent McDuffie, which one of the weaknesses of the Rams last year, who was a team that didn't really have any. One was special teams, but two was their secondary. That's how Seattle was able to beat them. Was their secondary. And so what do? They go out and trade for an all-pro cornerback. They get him, and then they also sign another good cornerback that was also on the Chiefs, Jalen Watson. And so that addresses a need right there. Then they go and trade for the defensive player of the year, guy that broke the sack record last year, Myles Garrett. And on top of that, because they traded for Myles Garrett, looks like Aaron Donald's going to come back and play in some sort of way.
That should tell you either two things. It's a great franchise or everyone loves McVay. I mean,
could be both.
Maybe both. And maybe that's the secret sauce that they got going on. I think they've proven as a franchise that all they want to do is win. They don't care about the future. All they do is care about right now. And that's why you're seeing guys like Stafford's hang in there and guys like Donald coming back, trading for Myles Garrett is a dog. He was given 100% effort on that shitty ass Browns team playing in Cleveland and just still showing up to work every day. And now you've got him on a championship caliber team with a potential Super Bowl with playoffs. Like, dude is going to be ready, man. And he's the type of guy who's going to be, he's 100% all go all the time, regardless of where he's playing or who he's playing for.
All gas, no brakes. And like Ornery says, there's no cold weather games. I mean, yeah, the only cold weather games that they have really is week 12 at Green Bay and week 13 at Kansas City. No, those are home. Never mind. Those are home games. Never mind. I guess the only cold weather game is week 16 up in Seattle, and not so much super cold. It just would be like 40 degrees and wet is about as cold as you're going to get up in Seattle at that time of the year.
They have it so good that like all they have to do is just plug a few spots every year. And it's so like when you see the moves they make, it's obvious, but they're always good moves. You know what I'm saying? You always can see that they're working towards fixing what they lacked the previous year. Dude, it like if you really think about their defense, and they're going to be tough, man. They are going to be tough.
Yeah, and the one thing that they do why they're so good, they don't care about draft picks. They're like, okay, cool. Here's a first rounder. We want to go get a known player now.
And you can get really good value in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round hell, Brady was drafted in what? The 7th round? You can find great value in the NFL draft in the late rounds.
Yeah, you just have to be a team that can actually do that. But look at this. I was just noticing this about their bye. They'll have 2 road games heading into their bye, but then they have a bye. And then check this out. For the 4 weeks after their bye, 3 of those games are home.
The Cowboys.
San Francisco is an away game, but I mean they play there every year, so it's not like the division away game that they're familiar, and it's not that far either. So, I mean, they're not leaving the state of California. They're not leaving the state of California for 4 weeks after their bye.
And they're gonna get 10 days between Kansas City and San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
But that other game coming. Oh, look at that! Is that a short? They're getting Wednesday night to Thursday night. So that's a full week plus a day, and they're playing on Christmas.
Yep, against Seahawks.
That's away, but they're going to get a break after that before they play Tampa. That'll be interesting towards the end of the year. Tampa should be in it because that division's wide open.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what he says. He says that the Rams were the most frustrating team for me personally as I reached the NFL entering 25. After 2 straight 10-7 seasons, this team had everything it needed for success in 25. They just needed better coaching. What? Let's see what he says. I realize that sounds. He says, I realize that sounds blasphemous considering we're talking about the highly revered Sean McVay, but there were several instances in which he let his team down. And he's such an excellent coach overall that slight tweaks from coaching perspective could have the Rams' perfect position to dominate in 25. What were the issues? Go back to my 25 football preview and read the chapter. But I'll share 2 key things that I felt were coaching above anything else needed to improve, but most importantly, I thought would improve in 25. 1. Play scripting had to improve. I wrote, game planning and script issues from 24 need to be fixed. The first drive of the game was an epic disaster, as were most of their drives in the first half. From 2020 to 23, the offense was top 5 in virtually every key metric on first drive of the game. 24 was as if someone else was called plays instead of McVay. In 23, McVay was outstanding on his first drive scripts, with the offense ranking top 3 in all these categories. In 24, that didn't resemble anything of the prior year. They were 26 in EPA per play, 24 in yards per drive, 27th in fewest 3-and-outs, 30th in rate of drives that scored points, 29th in points per drive, and 30th in fewest punts per drive. This is entirely on the offensive staff, was extremely abnormal and absolutely must improve in 25. I expanded the data to include all first half drives. The Rams offensive ranked an unthinkable 29th in first half points per drive, 29th in score rate, and 26th in yards per play in the first half. This was too good of a staff and roster to let that happen. And what that directly led to was the Rams leading only 5 of 17 games at halftime in 24. 5. They ultimately battled back in the second half to go 10-7 on the season, but leading at halftime in just 5 games was also almost impossible. The other thing he says that McVay needs to do better on was play calling near the end zone had to improve. I remember this. We talked about it. I critiqued the Rams strategy near the end zone, both goal to go and red zone, because it wasn't working and could improve if the coaching changed. Everyone has their critics, and if there are critics of mine, they primarily criticize my criticism of NFL coaches. Why does he say things like that? Why does he know? Or what does he know? Does he think he's smarter than they are? If so, why doesn't he get hired by them? I say things like this because it's quite literally my job to study what coaches are doing and help improve. I don't think I'm smarter than any coach, but they often aren't digging into the details enough to realize things that could help, and perspectives from outside of the building often are valuable. And I have been hired by them, both by the NFL owners to work on behalf of their team, as well as directly for play callers to help optimize their weekly game plans. The reason I haven't taken a full-time job is that first, it would be a pay cut, and second, I don't need to when I can achieve similar results as an outside consultant. Well, pat yourself on the back, Mr. Sharp. For the Rams, the fix, I believe, was the personnel, and I urge change in 25. On early downs in the red zone, the Rams used 3 or more receivers at a 91.6% rate, which is by far the highest rate in the NFL. The NFL average was 67%. But 3+ wide receivers in the red zone deliver far less efficiency than sets with fewer wide receivers. For the Rams specifically, on early down passes in 23 and 24, when they were a 3+ wide receiver, they were minus 0.05 EPA per pass, which is 17th, 35% success rate, which is number 22nd in the league, 45% completion rate, 28th in the league, and 17% TD rate, which is 20th in the league. When they have less than 3 wide receivers, they're plus 0.65 EPA per pass, which is second in the league, 67% success rate, number 1 in the league, 83% completion rate, number 1 in the league, and 50% TD rate, number 1. You would think McVay would notice that. Like, hey, you know, when we go double tight end set in the red zone, we score 50% of the time. You think he would notice that. That's kind of strange. What do you guys think of that criticism, though? Because he always backs everything up with numbers.
I think it's bold a little bit, but I think there's some truth to it.
Yeah. I mean, we saw mistakes that McVay made in that playoff game against the Seahawks. I hope they agree. I hope he goes back and looks at some of that game film, because there were mistakes in that game. That game was very close in that championship game. But there were mistakes. I think there was a lot of times where he just put too much dependency on Stafford to make the plays, and obviously plays didn't happen. There were dropped balls and all that.
I think what everyone remembers from the mistakes that were made by the Rams in that game and other key games in the season was special teams. Remember Philly blocking that field goal and taking it to the house for a touchdown. In that championship game, they had multiple special teams mess ups and cost them the game, but which I think is what people will focus on instead of focusing on, hey, McVay really didn't call a good game. And I agree with you, Ghost. I think he is like, and I don't blame the coach for saying this. He goes, I have a MVP quarterback here. I'm going to let him go out and ball out.
Yeah,
But
I
at the
think
same time-
here's a good terminology for McVay. Sometimes he overcoaches.
Yeah, I could agree with that. LA's performance inside the 10 is not a 1 year aberration. Over the last 3 years, the Rams ranked a very subpar 18th in touchdown rate on goal to go drives. That is unacceptable for Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford offense. I mean, that's true. That's true. Real quick, since I was reading that, we had to go past it. Let's see. Straight up record last year, the Rams were 12-5 straight up. They were also 12-5 against the spread. Oh, okay. They were 11-4 against the spread as a favorite. At home, they went 7-1. Against the spread at home, they were 6-2. Against the spread as a home favorite, they were 6-2. So usually when you see some of these good teams like this, they typically aren't. They're either like around 500 or they're average at against the spread because the market just overvalues them. But not the Rams. The Rams are actually a good spread team. We'll see if that continues next year. They were 14-3 on a 6-point teaser. How about that? Good teaser team, the Rams. We're gonna have to tuck that nugget away for this upcoming season. Real quick, looking at the betting lines for their schedule, they are only underdogs once, projected to be underdogs only once this season. That's week 16 up in Seattle. 1.5 point dogs. That's crazy.
That could change though as the season progresses.
Oh yeah, I mean it will change. All these numbers will change as the season goes on, but this is just what we project now. 8.5 point favorites against the Giants in week 2. Poor Giants. In addition, one final improvement, which I was very confident in and required no coaching adjustment whatsoever, was simply Matthew Stafford's performance on third down. I knew this would regress. I said specifically Stafford's performance on third down and fourth downs will improve in 25 and trend more toward his early down performance. He was in 24. Stafford ranked second in EPA per dropback on early downs and number 3 in success rate. But on third downs, out of 33 quarterbacks, he ranked 31st in EPA per dropback and 29th in success rate. That's kind of crazy, dude. This is why I like this book. He gives you the numbers. He gives you his data that we don't, we just think of Stafford, MVP. He's good all the time, right? He's Matthew Stafford. He's good all the time, Crick. But the numbers tell you at third down, he sucks.
Ornery did make a good point here. They did lose LaFleur to Arizona. That could be a factor too for the Rams.
That's not bad. I was just looking at McVay because I was shocked that it's his 10th year already. Yeah, they brought in a new offensive coordinator, Nate Schillenhaus.
I don't know anything about him.
No, me neither. Well, guy that can make a name for himself this year. Let's see. All right, we don't need to get into any more of that. Let's see. Oh, here you go, Steps. Your favorite part.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite part as well. We make the argument of why you should bet under or over 11.5 wins for the Rams. We're like a lawyer in court. We're going to argue both sides, and you're the jury. You get to decide what you agree with most. So why bet the under 11.5 wins this season for the Rams? The NFC West is a meat grinder. The Seahawks won last year's Super Bowl and captured the NFC's number 1 seed in a winner takes the top seed matchup against the 49ers. Rams played the 5th hardest strength of schedule last season. They have the 5th hardest strength of schedule this season. The Rams won 4 of their 8 games against playoff teams last year and piled up an 8-1 record against non-playoff teams. There's not a lot of room for error for the Rams to exceed their win total with such a challenging schedule. The Rams don't just have a difficult schedule based on the quality of their opponent. Rams have 5 games with more rest than their opponent. However, they also have 5 games with less rest than their opponents. Again, there's not much room for error for the Rams with such a high over-under total for wins. In 5 games where their opponents will have the upper hand in days of rest and preparation will be challenging. The flags came out in favor of the Rams in 25. They had the fewest accepted penalties and the fewest total penalty yards. Rams also ranked first in penalty margin, first in penalty yard margin, fourth in offensive penalty EPA, third in defensive penalty EPA, and second in net penalty EPA. The penalty thing to me, yes, it's year to year, and you can get the whistle in your favor some years, but I feel like there's teams that establish themselves. There's teams that get penalized a lot all the time, but there's also like this team is a veteran team, and maybe that's just how they play. Maybe they play clean, or at least clean enough to where it doesn't draw flags. So I'm not too worried about the penalties. Like he makes the argument here saying that like they were really good with penalties last year, so maybe that's going to regress to average. I don't think it will. Nice. Good job by you guys. Jesus.
I was waiting for Ghost. He's the NFL expert.
I'll tell you what, 11.5 wins is a lot. Do you have the current Kalshi rankings on that win total, the percentages? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll tell you what, if you want to bet the under, wait until week 3, because I think they win. I mean, they're favorites all season long, but I think they beat the Niners in week 1, and they're definitely going to beat the Giants in week 2. So, like Steps was saying, their schedule gets tough after that. They got to go up to Denver, then up to Philly, then home against Buffalo. I think you wait till they start off 2-0, then you bet the under 11.5 at a nice plus money. But let me see. Win totals for the Rams over on Kalshi. So we're saying if you want to go over, that means they got to get 12 plus wins. They are a favorite to do so now. The market has them at 55% chance of getting 12 wins this season. So it's already at plus money if you want to take the no.
I like it. I like it over 11.5 wins, and here's the reason why. Is because you're going to have most people betting on the Rams to go under 11.5 wins, because that is a high win total of 11.5, and people are saying there's no way the Rams are going to win 11.5 games out of, or 12 games out of 17. So I actually like the over.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that over. Why bet the over on the Rams 11.5 wins? Stafford's coming off MVP campaign, leading a stacked offense. The Rams were first in yards per play, first in success rate, first in EPA per play, first in points per drive, and first in points per game. Their entire starting offensive line is back. Puka, Devontae Adams, the stable tight ends, and the backfield duo of Kyron Williams and Blake Corum are still on the team. Rams left meat on the bone with kicking. Los Angeles was 28th in field goal percentage, dead last in third down EPA per play, 32nd in field goal EPA, and 23rd in extra point success rate. Harrison Mevis tidied up the kicking woes after debuting for the Rams in Week 10. He made 12 of 13 field goal attempts, including all 6 inside of 39 yards, 5 of 6 from 40 to 49 yards, and his only attempt from 50-plus yards. Mevis also nailed all 39 of his extra point tries. He didn't slow down in the playoffs either. He made all 6 of his field goal attempts and all 9 of his extra points in the 3 postseason games. So it seems like they cleaned up the kicking. Rams secondary, namely their cornerbacks, was a weak spot last year. They addressed that position by trading for Trent McDuffie and signing Jalen Watson as a free agent. McDuffie and Watson played well for the Chiefs, and they will push Emmanuel Forbes into a depth role after he played the second most snaps among cornerbacks last year. The trade for Myles Garrett should also help the corners. I mean, yeah. When you get pressure on the quarterback, yeah.
Yep, that should be a big help for them.
I think I think it'd be so hard to bet the no. But like I said, if you bet the no, maybe wait till they win the first 2 games and then look at the no of 13 plus wins. Right now it's at 62%, but I think they win those first 2 games. That's going to drop down to about even money. And that's, if you want to fade the Rams, I think that's how you do it. Here's their projected positional unit ranking. I mean, look at, they're almost top 5 in everything. Their weakest point is running backs. But look at, he's giving McVay number 1 head coach in the league.
I can't disagree.
That's interesting. I'm just
looking around the league. I can't disagree.
No. Let's see. What else we got from the Rams? God, look at all these charts. You know how we look at these heat maps and see, like right here, where their completion is, and the reds are good, blue are bad. There's a lot of blue in a lot of these other teams, but with the Rams and Stafford, he doesn't miss many passes. A lot of red, Crick.
Yeah.
It also shocks me, like with Herbert too, and there's some of these other guys. Some of these teams don't throw in the middle of the field, like deep middle.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's usually a recipe for disaster in the NFL. With as good as the secondaries are and as fast as the game is at that level, it's usually
I mean,
throwing
if
deep
you're
down the middle usually gets you in trouble.
Yeah, if you're thrown in the middle of the field, the deepest route that the person usually is 20 yards, like those drags.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's fair. Like I said, that makes sense.
But your traditional post route just isn't a thing anymore.
You got a lot of teams playing too high safeties, kind of takes that away.
You would think, though, that those safeties would be cheating since no one ever throws to the middle. Cheating towards the sideline,
You would,
So
you
maybe
would
can
think,
catch
yeah,
them every now
you
and
would
then.
think. You can expose it sometimes, but if you're doing that consistently, it's usually a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Now he's getting into 2 tight end sets, 11 personnel sets, and showing the difference in usage there. We know Puka's good.
We do know Puka's good, no doubt.
Yeah. Even if he's biting women out there, allegedly, that's fine. He's still
Allegedly.
good. Talking about the draft picks, we don't really need to. There's no draft pick this year that's going to impact the Rams.
Nah, not this year. It could have one that affects them down the road a couple years, but yeah, Ty Simpson ain't playing none this year, barring an injury, God forbid, to Matthew Stafford.
He also gives fantasy football advice. I'll just summarize it for you. Puka's good. Stafford's not bad to have either.
All you need to know.
Puka's good. Stafford's good if you get him at the right price. Here's a Rams defensive outlook. I'll summarize it. They're good. Dude, they were number 1 in the league in third quarter points. That is talking about where he's talking about at halftime. Well, last year they were good at halftime. In 24, they were not good at halftime leads. Last year they were 4th in the league in halftime leads, and then with the halftime lead, they piled on in the third quarter. It's impressive. They're really good at halftime adjustments.
Yeah, he's always been great at that, McVay.
Rams might be a good team to bet live at half, whether they're leading or not.
Yeah, fair enough. Or just bet them just in the third quarter. You can bet third quarter spreads and stuff.
Yeah. Devontae Adams in the red zone, just a beast. 32 targets last season in the red zone.
And caught a bunch of them.
32 for 32, all touchdown. No, I'm just kidding.
It feels that way.
Yeah, here's their schedule this year. They have the 5th toughest schedule again, same as last year, but part of that's because of the division they play in. And they're hosting the Bills, they're playing the Eagles, they're playing the Broncos, they're playing a lot of playoff teams.
Yeah, the schedule's pretty tough. They didn't do many favors there.
At 37 years old in his 17th NFL season, Stafford led the entire league in passing yards with 4,700 and in touchdown passes with a franchise record 46. Damn. It still baffles me. We've been doing this, and Josh Allen has not thrown 30 touchdown passes in any of the last 3 seasons. We just don't see these guys, like many guys throw 30 plus touchdowns anymore. And here Stafford's out there throwing 46.
Just dropping dimes, baby.
Yeah. He set an NFL record 28 consecutive touchdown passes without an interception.
Mm.
28 touchdown passes without an interception.
Without a pick,
insane.
yeah.
That's insane.
How many passes was that? That's got to be the record, right?
Yeah, he said it's a record.
Passes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, Staffy House can play a little bit.
Good news about their horrible special teams performance last year. They fired Chase Blackburn, their special teams coordinator, so they got a new one in. Why did they do that? Because the Rams went 1-4 in games decided by a field goal last year.
Well, hell, they lost that one to the Eagles where they blocked the field goal at the buzzer and shit.
Yep. God. That is crazy. God, there's so much good stuff in here. So much good
Per
stuff. Per use. Let's see. I think, yep, here's the end. That is why the 2026 feels like one of the clearest all-in seasons in the league. The Rams know Stafford is still playing elite football. They also know the window with the 38-year-old quarterback is not something to treat casually. So they fix the secondary with Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. They fix the special teams staff with Bubba Ventrone, however you say his name. They stabilized the operation around the kicking game, and then they made the loudest possible win now move by trading for Myles Garrett, pairing the reigning defensive player of the year with a roster that already ranked among the best in football. If Stafford's healthy, McVay stays aggressive with heavier personnel identity. Garrett gives the pass rush the closing power it lacked, and special teams simply stop sabotaging games. The Rams have every reason to believe they can do what they were good enough to do last year. This roster was built with Los Angeles hosting the Super Bowl in mind. Any short of playing in it feels like a missed opportunity. Yeah, agree.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah.
And that's without Aaron Donald.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
That's assuming they're all assuming that guy ain't gonna play, and I am about 85% sure that he is.
Okay, if you had to bet it now, we're gonna summarize our or we're gonna wrap up our Rams coverage with this. I'm gonna pull up the odds. If you had to bet yes or no, do the Rams win the NFC?
No.
So you don't think they go to the
Well, I'll tell you what, they are favored to go to the Super Bowl. I think they will win the NFC West, but man, it just seems like anything can happen in the playoffs. I mean, we saw, obviously, I'm going to bring up the New York Giants on their 2 Super Bowl runs. We back with Eli Manning. We saw what happened with that. I mean, they finished both those seasons at 9-7, but they just lit a match under them in the playoffs. So anything can happen in the playoffs this year. So I mean, it's hard to pick an outright Super Bowl winner. I mean, how many years have they picked the Buffalo Bills to get to the Super Bowl and then they fall short? It's always the teams that are expected to get there. They fall short in the playoffs. I mean, a lucky kick, a lucky run by another team. Special teams can play into the factor. It's hard really to pick to pick somebody right now to go to the Super Bowl. I would say, and I'm just going to use the AFC as an example. I think if you're going to pick a team right now to get back to the Super Bowl in the AFC, I would pick the Kansas City Chiefs just because of what happened to them last year with Patrick Mahomes. And if Mahomes stays healthy all year, they're going to be on a mission to get back to the Super Bowl, and they know how to get there. I would put them right now as a front runner in the AFC to get to the Super Bowl. I think the NFC right now is more of a toss-up. Yes, the Rams have a clear-cut way to get there. I think we're going to see some regression from the Chicago Bears. I don't trust the Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys. They'll fail like they usually do, especially with Dak Prescott getting all bulked up like a bodybuilder. I think that is going to hurt him more than help him. So I think right now it's hard to pick the NFC right now. But yeah, the Rams are the clear-cut favorite to get there. Will they? I don't know. Flip a coin. Because the playoffs are just a different ball game. And I mean, the Packers could get there for all we know, because I actually think the Packers are going to win the NFC North.
Okay, fair enough. And the thing is, Matthew Stafford ain't the only one that could go down that could be a problem for them. If Puka goes down, that's a big issue. That's your top target, your top weapon on the offense there. You look on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, there's no guarantee that those guys go through unscathed there. I mean, God forbid the injuries happen, but it's part of the game. And you got somebody like Myles Garrett goes down, or even a Byron Young. If Aaron Donald does come back, I think he's going to be just fine, but do we know that for sure, you know? I know you made the trade for Trent McDuffie there, but it's just a long season, man. There's a lot of ifs and a lot of variables that could go their way, and I never like to bet on the team that everybody's telling me is going to the Super Bowl.
I will say this:
one of the worst bets out there.
I will say this: the Rams are plus 300 to win the NFC. They also are plus 300 to have the 1 seed in the NFC. I think the better bet out of those two is to take them to win the NFC, because they can win the NFC not being a 1 seed, right? So, like, odds being equal, you want to the wiser bet there. Like they should be like plus 400 or plus 350 to get the 1 seed and plus 300 to win the NFC. Now, obviously, if you get the 1 seed, it's going to be a lot easier to win the NFC. But yeah, I don't think they, with the 5th toughest schedule. I mean, I know they were 1 game away from being the 1 seed last year, but and they had the 5th toughest schedule. But with the 5th toughest schedule, it just makes more sense. I would rather bet them to win the NFC than them to have the 1 seed.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be tough for them to have the number 1 seed, just based on the division that they play in with the 49ers and the Seahawks.
I mean, the Seahawks got it last year. The Rams, if they would have won that game, they would have had it last year. It might just come out of that division.
It is tough because it is the NFC West is the toughest division. Say what you will about the NFC East. I think the NFC East, to be honest with you, is up for grabs right now. But the Rams are the clear-cut team to win the NFC West. It is a tough division. The NFC South, you're going to get what you want out of that division. I mean, you could probably have you could have an 8-9 team win that division this year.
I think the 1 seed out of the NFC is likely to come from the North. The South
very well could be.
The East,
it very well could
maybe the East, but probably not. I think the North. It's going to be the North or the West, obviously. But I think the North should.
I mean, the Lions have a lot of question marks. We saw some of the play calling that was made last year after they lost their offensive coordinator to the Bears. We saw some of the play calling. It were bonehead moves and all that stuff. I don't know what Jared Goff's got left in the tank, but I think right now, like I said, I'm picking the Packers. Go ahead. No, I was going to say, don't be shocked to see how the Vikings do this year. I think we're going to see a different kind of quarterback out of Kyler Murray.
Okay. The one thing going for the Lions is they by far have the easiest schedule this year, which is going to help. Yeah. So the Lions might look at what are the Lions to have the 1 seed? Let's see. Oh, they're the second favorite, 10-1. No. That's best regular season record. Sorry. Oh yeah, they are 10-1 also to get the 1 seed.
The Lions?
I'm going to make that bet.
I actually like the Packers to win that division.
Maybe. I'm looking at schedule though. I mean, the Packers have the 17th, so they have like an average schedule. The Lions have the easiest schedule. What do you think, Steps?
I don't think it matters for the Rams. I don't think it matters who they're playing. They're going to be better than all the teams on their schedule. I guess it's a matter of just like rest and where they're coming from and if they're on the road and back-to-back stuff and injuries. So I think they should be a favorite in every damn game they play.
King Kane says, wait, so the Cardinals have the toughest schedule? Yeah, dude. Look at the division they play in.
Yeah.
And they're the bottom feeder.
Yeah. Go ahead,
I think a lot's going to tell how both the 49ers and the Rams play in Australia. I mean, we got to see how they play, with all that air travel and all that, see how they play. Now, I guess you can look at it this way with going to Australia, whether they win or lose there, I think it's just going to be just a little hiccup because of that travel.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. That's the Rams 2026 preview. Thanks for watching with us. If you're watching the replay of this, the standalone video, we go live every day at 7:15 a.m. Eastern. Here on days, we go live at 8 a.m. Eastern for the Wiseguy Roundtable. Come hang out with us. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. We'll catch you on the next one.
Booyah.
There we go. There we go. Good job, guys. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Not really, because sat there with blank stares the whole time.
Yeah, I got some other things.
NFL is
going.
like paint drying right now.
What?
I said NFL's like watching paint dry right now.
No, it's not. This is the exciting. What do you want? The WNBA All-Star Game?
I would rather just talk about random shit.
I can't wait for an NFL exhibition, because I did pretty good last year wagering on it.
What are we, August 6th, right?
Yeah, I'll probably pass on the Hall of Fame game, but once the regular exhibition kicks in, unless there's something that stands out now.
All Fame game is August 6th, King game.
Who's playing in that again?
It's something terrible. It's like the Cardinals and some other shitty team. Panthers or something. I don't know.
Watch the Cardinals beat the Panthers.
Let me see. I guess I can go to the NFL schedule.
Yeah, see what that see who plays and see what that spread and totals at.
Hall of Fame game. It is, yes, the Panthers and the Cardinals. Gross.
What's
they do 2 NFC games. You think they take an
spread? What's the spread on that game?
Carolina -1.5. Total of 36.5.
Did you say Carolina -1.5?
Yeah.
I like the Cardinals +1.5.
I like the under.
Yeah, you think?
This one's right in your wheelhouse. Under 36.5 and a Hall of Fame.
There you go. There you go, Steps. There's an under for you right there. 36.
That'd be 14-10.
14-10 Cardinals.
I can't do preseason though, but if that was a regular season game, I'd hammer it.
Yeah.
Me and Ghost were always on the same side of all those.
You gotta love unders, man.
Well, not too many of us love them.
That's gonna do it for us today, though. Good show by you guys. Proud of you. 2 hours, nice, crisp, clean show.
Yeah, you didn't take a shower or a poop in the middle of it.
Not this time. Maybe next. You have to tune in.
Or like what Beardo says, he's got to go take a hot, steamy diarrhea.
Yeah. Remember, we got a PO box now. I still have yet to receive anything from any of you guys. So,
do you? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I got it on Friday. That was our big show announcement today.
Breaking news.
Listen, Steps. The chat asked me to do something. I do it, and I do it on time.
Does it cost money?
Yeah, it's like $80-something for 6 months.
Why didn't you make it game on?
It was extra paperwork to fill out for your business, and I have just like you, it's just an LLC that it's basically me. So I just put it under my name because you have to go through all this extra paperwork for a business instead of an individual.
Okay,
but we got one. We got one, Crick.
Got one. Love that, man.
People are sending some random shit to you.
Will, can you send me a hundo? No. I got the PO box so you could send me a hundo. That's the deal. That was the deal.
I'm definitely sending something random.
Please do.
No return address on it.
By the way, I don't know if you see those cards back there. Those are the Disney cards you guys sent. Kids love them.
You gotta send them like a Playgirl magazine.
Might have to do a Disney break, Will. With the kids.
Might have to. They like those cards back there. I top loaded all of them just so they won't bend the shit out of them, even though they're worth nothing. Try to make them last.
Get him a blaster.
If I can ever find one, I will.
You just order it. It comes to your doorstep. Be here
Here's
by the time you found one.
Uncle Steps to send them one.
You could order one right now and it'd get there by the time you'd even think about going to get one.
I've already done a lot this week. I got a PO box. I still got a Lego set to build. Okay, and we'll put the ordering the Disney stuff on the back burner. Okay.
You got a PO box. It's just like, man, that was a lot of work.
It was like 5 minutes of filling out paperwork. Anyways, Steps, what do you got going today?
Just chilling.
No breaks?
Yeah.
We got one about 30.
Ooh,
a little baseball. And tonight we got a little football action going. A little Battle Arena Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl in the Topps Chrome at 8 o'clock tonight, man. So, yeah, we got rips today, baby.
Yes, please do send me a blow-up Tom Brady doll. Please do.
I have a good one planned for next Friday.
What's that?
WWE Cosmic Chrome.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Cosmic Chrome's fun.
Yeah. Ghost, where can people find you and what's your schedule?
You can find me at Ghost Wind Sports on all platforms, all my exclusive action over on sportsconsultants.locals.com. And like I said earlier, the wife and I are headed down to Huntington Beach to go check out the U.S. Open of surfing today. So
Nice.
I'll be out and about today.
Grass guy, I wasn't invited. Grass guy's invited every single freaking day. Don't let him. fool
You're
you.
on the team.
Yeah, you have access to the account.
You literally could come in here and end the stream if you wanted.
He'd keep us in line.
Oh man, Cricket, where can people find you? What are you doing?
Man, y'all know where to find me, man. Y'all find me over at sportspicks.locals.com. You find me here every morning. You find me ripping cards. Y'all find me. I ain't hard to find, man. Y'all can find me.
He's out there. You just gotta look.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta look. All right, we'll catch you guys tomorrow, 7:15. 8. Oh, actually, tomorrow, Crick, we're gonna start at 8.
All right.
Guess who
Talk
doesn't
me
work?
into it.
Guess who doesn't work tomorrow?
On a Monday? Man, who
Yeah,
knows
my
what
pops
happens?
is going on vacation the end of the week, so I worked the back end of the week, and then it worked out perfect because my dad's here visiting for Ace's birthday. So
All right, we'll see y'all at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, bright eyed and bushy tailed.
8 a.m. tomorrow, people, and we are covering. I didn't even look. We are going to be covering. You know, it's gonna
Just let it go.
Covering what?
Oh my God!
There you go.
Who? Oh, the Dolphins.
You'll
Sweet.
want to tune in to the
Sweet.
Dolphins.
The fish.
tomorrow.
We should probably cover 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll be over with the Dolphins in about like 30 seconds, and we can move on to another team.
Here's your Dolphins preview. They suck.
Yep,
You
move on.
Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this. This is the longest list we've ever seen of how many key players lost.
And look at all that red on that schedule, as though they were needed that.
Mm.
Well, they have the
Damn.
second hardest schedule, so yeah. Anyways, yikes. We'll be covering the Dolphins tomorrow. Come hang out with us. Help us get through it together. Super Chaps help too, help us get through it, the pain. But we'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Until then,
Good luck.
Good gambling.
And
and
game
game
on.
on.